A concerto for household appliances, a rhapsody in domestic bliss. Our homes are shrines to the wonders of invention. In this age of convenience, inventions have made the humdrum tasks of daily life simply a matter of pressing the right button. Not even the wealthiest of rulers had the array of amusement we now take for granted. Our homes have become palaces, gleaming with the last word in innovation. Enthralled by our electric dreams, we have developed an insatiable craving for the latest inventions that change our lives and our leisure. Luckily, there is a never-ending supply.
For a few hours, the horrors will...
Many minds contributed to the invention of wireless telegraphy, the harnessing of electromagnetic waves to radiate sounds. But it was the Italian Guglielmo Marconi who finally brought us the magic of radio. Marconi's father told him he was wasting his life. The Italian military saw a demonstration of his work and agreed. British customs officials even seized his equipment, thinking it might be a bomb. But Marconi persevered. On December the 12th, 1901 in Newfoundland, Marconi received the Morse code letter S, tapped out by his assistants in Cornwall, England, nearly 3,000 miles away. The device moved quickly, from experiment to field telephone, from hobbyist delight to household necessity. Radio brought the whole world to the kitchen table. Overnight, everything from music to news of far-flung corners of the world was buzzing along the airwaves. Radio became magical, an inspiration to dream.
Good morning, sports fans. 3 lines of poetry about dogs. Old dog Trey ever faithful.
Très bien, donc prochain rendez-vous d'âge tout à l'heure.
Beamed directly into our homes, it was a godsend for ad men around the world. If it was on the radio, we had to have it. When Marconi died in 1937, the world's broadcasters let the air fall silent for 2 minutes in his memory. It was a dramatic demonstration of how much radio noise had flooded the globe because of his life's work. Today, radio is as important as ever, reaching communities in the most isolated areas. British inventor Trevor Bayliss caught the public imagination in 1996 with his invention of a clockwork radio, powered by the human hand rather than expensive batteries. An invention that can bring the magic of radio to everyone. Radio has always been vital in the fight against crime. In 1910, it helped apprehend a villain for the first time, the infamous wife murderer Dr. Crippen. He fled London on a ship bound for Canada, but the captain spotted him and radioed for help. Scotland Yard got their man.
Now, these messages.
Television has permeated the 20th century by entering almost every home. The average American spends 9 years in front of the television. There are more television sets than there are telephone lines, bringing electric dreams right into our homes. Since it first flickered into life, the mass appeal of television has offered us all our 15 minutes of fame. Everything, from politics, education, and entertainment, has been revolutionized by the advent of the box. Television technology has even transformed traffic management, helped improve our sporting techniques, and cut crime. Our senses are assailed every day by the power of the visual message. 400,000 flashing pixels proving that a picture is worth 1,000 words.
9 minutes to air. Is that page 2, guys? Oh, yeah, that's good.
We expect effortless pleasure and hard-breaking news. A diet of television feeds our yearning for spectacle, for razzmatazz, and for the crisp soundbite.
I'm not interested in his character. I want to change the character of the presidency.
The world's first television picture was beamed across the laboratory of Scott John Logie Baird in 1925. He used a mechanical system of whirring discs to transmit pictures. But his method was soon rendered obsolete. Images were improved immeasurably by the advent of the electronic camera.
Over to our commentator, Peter O'Sullivan. The Archbishop of Canterbury takes it.
Broadcasting to public screens began with the coverage of the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Transmission to a small number of private homes began with the coronation of George VI in Britain in 1937. Almost every capital city had its own system, each devised by a different inventor. Even today, there is no single standard worldwide. But as sets became cheaper, the television industry boomed. Color TV began in the USA in 1951. It uses just red, green, and blue to create the whole spectrum. Television has continued to reinvent itself. With the development of satellite and cable, we are now offered a seemingly endless array of programs. Today's digital televisions even allow the viewer to become an armchair director and choose the best camera angles. Television is an invention turned phenomenon, the perfect vehicle to take our electric dreams into the millennium. Life is viewed through a lens. Image is everything, no more so than in the world of advertising. With the aid of a camera, manufacturers can make us buy things we never even knew we wanted. In the 20th century, the camera became universal. The Brownie appeared in 1900. Small and easy to use, it remained on the market for 80 years. It was designed by American George Eastman, who wanted to make a camera as convenient as a pencil. Whether moving or still pictures, the camera has revolutionized everything, from astronomy to aerial bombing. Most of all, the camera has transformed our concept of ourselves. We now want to record everything, from womb to tomb. The video camera has become a travel necessity for tourists the world over. When Jennifer, the 3-year-old daughter of American Edwin Land, demanded to see the photograph he had just taken, he recognized the instant appeal of the Polaroid camera. In 1948, he invented a way to produce images in seconds and sold 5 million cameras in just 5 years. Headline-grabbing shots captured in an instant can now be beamed to news desks within minutes, thanks to digital technology. Japan is the world's largest producer of cameras, making 12 million a year. Modern cameras are idiot-proof, using chip-controlled features to give perfect pictures every time. Our inventions have given free rein to our imaginations. What child hasn't dreamed of being a legendary athlete or daredevil pilot? In a computer game, any fantasy is possible. In 1958, American Willie Higginbotham was trying to make the world of the laboratory more interesting when he designed Tennis for Two, the first ever computer game. "40 years on, the computer games industry makes so much money, it eclipses even the movie business." Computer games have even generated icons and inspired Hollywood blockbusters. Holographic simulations and virtual reality are already poised to provide out-of-this-world experiences to anyone willing to plug in, boot up, and tune out. John Logie Baird's role in another modern marvel, the video recorder, was only recently discovered. In 1926, he recorded his secretary and might have made her into the first star of the video age. Her image was stored on gramophone discs, but sadly, he failed to invent a machine that could play them back again. The scent of satisfaction, freshly washed laundry. Wash day was once the most hated day of the week, a whole day of scrubbing, rinsing, and wringing. Even the rudimentary washing machines that appeared on the market in 1909 were a hit. Although they were little more than motorized wash tubs, they were a dream come true. Fully automatic machines that filled and emptied themselves were developed by American Rex Bassett in 1937. But his device was so unstable at high speed that it had to be bolted down. Luckily, modern technology has solved this problem. Today's machines can reach speeds of 1,600 revolutions per minute. the brave new world of washing even applied to the dishes. In 1900, American housewife turned inventor Josephine Cochran commercialized a hand-cranked machine that sprayed water over dishes in a cauldron. A boxed-in version appeared in 1940. The tedium had been taken out of yet another chore. By the 1950s, domestic drudgery seemed to be on the brink of disappearing altogether. A barrage of adverts depicting the perfect life in a model home had newlyweds swarming to get their hands on the latest technological wonder. In the 1920s, 52 hours a week were needed for cleaning and cooking. Today, with so many labor-saving devices, the average is 4. In 1901, British civil engineer Hubert Cecil Booth watched a demonstration of a cleaning machine that blew dust from upholstery. Booth was struck by a better idea. Why not set the machine to suck rather than to blow? The same year, he patented the vacuum cleaner. Although his machine was so large, it had to be hauled around on a horse-drawn cart. Early vacuum cleaners had to cope with centuries of grime. Queen Alexandra was so impressed with the machine that 2 were bought for Buckingham Palace. But Booth's machine was overtaken by developments in America. In 1907, a janitor named James Spengler assembled a pillowcase, electric fan, broom handle, and a roller made of goat hair into a vacuum cleaner. He sold the rights to relatives who ran a small company called Hoover. After 80 years of dominating the market, Hoover too have been overtaken by the Dyson, a machine that whips up a vortex of air to keep our carpets cleaner than ever. Its British inventor James Dyson spent 10 years trying to find a backer for his new idea. His perseverance paid off. His factories now produce the #1 best-selling vacuum cleaner in the world. Pure white, the epitome of cleanliness, came to dominate the look of appliances, especially in the kitchen. The sleek and hygienic refrigerator soon became an essential of every home, the embodiment of our electric dreams. Early refrigerators used dangerous acids to cool the air, but in 1926, Swedish engineers Balzar von Platen and Carl Munter developed the first safe and practical fridge, with a reassuring hum produced by its electric motor. By keeping food from spoiling, the fridge saved time and money. Bursting with convenient, quick-to-cook food, it soon came to epitomize domestic bliss. Today, the kitchen has entered the computer age. Microchips automate defrosting and cooking cycles. Intelligent pans can fry omelets to perfection in 20 seconds, and fridges can cool with sound waves. Perhaps in the future, Even haute cuisine will be available in an instant. On a trip to Labrador, the American Clarence Birdseye noticed how the native Inuit people threw their freshly caught fish onto the ice, so they froze within minutes. Inspired, Birdseye launched a range of frozen food in 1928, the dawn of a new electric ice age. We all have our own idea of a dream house. And if we don't like what the builders have constructed, we can always resort to do it yourself. Although Americans Duncan Black and Alonzo Decker had invented a portable drill in 1917, DIY culture only gripped the world in the 1950s. A whole new industry was spawned overnight, allowing us to shape our world from the comfort of the garden shed. Now, even a modest handyman or woman has a dazzling array of devices. Workmates, sanding machines, planers, routers and jigsaws can transform us all into traditional craftsmen. Our electric dreams have also wandered into the garden. The lawnmower was invented quite by accident by English engineer Edwin Budding in 1830. It was designed to remove tufts from cloth, but soon Budding discovered it could also trim grass. People thought he was mad, so he did all his testing at night. The modern flymower was also treated with great skepticism when it was invented in 1963. Inspired by Sir Christopher Cockerell's designs for the hovercraft, it now sells in 50 countries. Gardening has become the third most popular outdoor activity in the world. A child born in 1900 entered a world where no one had yet flown in a plane, used a vacuum cleaner, or seen a television. In the last 100 years, we have witnessed more inventions than in the rest of human history put together.
The garbage is tomorrow, and I'm trying to watch my show.
We all dream of the future, but not even the most imaginative inventors can accurately predict what it will be. Unborn technologies will emerge with or without our blessing and create a world we cannot yet imagine. Perhaps we will invent a machine to control the weather, calming the stormy seas or bringing rains to the deserts. Intelligent computers with programmable personalities may become our new companions. We could develop childbirth without pain, stretch marks, and morning sickness, thanks to an artificial womb. Traffic congestion might become a thing of the past with a teleporter, able to hurtle our molecules around the globe in moments. The children of the future have much to look forward to. In our electric dreams, there are no limits to what we can experience.